Hi, my name is Ashley and I am from Houston, Texas. It is May the 30th, 2013. The reason that I have done this video is because I am seeking to create awareness about a transnational high-tech criminal organization that has a direct energy weapon in their possession, which they are using it to stalk, terrorize, torture, enslave, sexually exploit women and children, and more importantly, commit criminal acts of voyeurism remotely. The reason that I need to not only create awareness about this is because there isn't a lot of information out there, but I also need our government to start taking this type of crime seriously. I myself, I am a victim of this transnational criminal organization. They are using some type of high-tech direct energy weapon to remotely torture me. Now, when I'm talking about a direct energy weapon, I am referring to a weapon that emits some type of energy that operates on the invisible end of the light spectrum. But in addition to that, it's capable of non-lethally penetrating any area of the body. Also, it can sexually assault, it can burn the body, it can impair cognition, as well as it operates at the speed of light, so says all of the research. But I know for a fact that it can keep up with my vehicle. It also has target lock heat signature capabilities, which are all things that you would think would be associated with the military. And for some reason, not only is our law enforcement intimidated by the criminals that have this weapon in their possession, but they are not acting to escalate this to the right entity to get something done about it. Now, direct energy weapons were designed by the military in the 1950s or maybe a little bit before then. But what I'm saying is people think that this crime is not occurring. And I want to say 9 times out of 10, if they built something in 1950, it's 2013, they have modified it, they have improved it, and they have made it a lot smaller. The reason I say those things is because I've listened to a lot of skeptics or read a lot of skeptics, blogs, or just information on the internet where people are saying that there's no way that those people are being attacked with a direct energy weapon. Who would do that? Who would not do it is the question. I say that because we have a transnational gang, which includes gang members from notable gangs, Hoover, Crips, Deuce, Bloods, Gangster Disciples, Hell's Angels. It could be the Klan. And when these people, Latin Kings, for instance, could be MS-13, Northos, Suernos, who knows. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to money, all of that rivalry stuff is BS. They know what they are chasing, which is money and power. These criminals have come together, and they seem to think that they are Illuminati. I want to tell you this from personal experience. Because these criminals think they have a right to go around breaking all of these laws in our country, and they also have a right to own another human being. We need to show them that they don't have a right to be free. Um, these criminals also have weapons that allow them to transmit audio and receive audio from their respective environment. So, like I am sitting here talking to you using a webcam in my computer, they have a device that allows them to transmit their audio and receive audio from a long range. In addition to that, um, they have audio that is capable of, just doing the same thing that a telephone can do in absence of an actual device. These criminals have openly admitted to the fact that they think that they are the government and they are controlling this country. And besides, let's be realistic. If they have a device that is capable of affecting somebody's behavior and decision making, in combination with the ability to employ several psychoanalytical strategies and tactics, because they can talk remotely to people, like hypnotherapy or cognitive behavioral therapy, which is one of the things that they use the direct energy weapon burning for. Um, then, of course, they can influence somebody's decision either by intimidation, either by terrorism, either by bribery, or more importantly, by affecting their cognitive function. I want to state that these criminals started off by hacking my computer in 2008. They said a number of things to me. They actually claimed to be acting on the behalf of my ex-husband, who was in the military, leading a double life, and more importantly, abusive and all that other stuff. I'm not going to go too far into that. But the reason why this is so significant is because I was a senior in college at that time. And before they started physically torturing me, they stated on my computer that they had, after deleting all of my personal information, um, photos, and things of that nature, they stated that they were defying gods, which was the handle that they used. They were part of the New World Order. That they owned the police, and that ultimately, if I reported them to the police, they were not only going to ruin myself, that ruin my life, ruin my family, ruin my career, but there would be consequences. In addition to that, they stated that my ex-husband was going from the real to the fake. Now, the reason why that is so significant is I just found out recently this year when I started doing research that gangs use those types of signals, those types of little phrases, backwards phrasings, and things of that nature. They use those because they talk in code. So, lo and behold, I realized that that confirmed my suspicions that this was some type of gang style um, hit. But I want to say that they don't go around messing with people that are capable of fighting back, because in 2008, I was a senior from college. I was pregnant. In addition to that, I had dreams of being a social worker, and I was a stay-at-home wife. I was working really hard, excited about getting the opportunity to start my career and be with my family. However, they squashed all of those dreams. They began to terrorize me. Shortly after, they began to torture me, and then they began to ruin my career and make me appear like I was mentally unstable, so that law enforcement would not get involved and assist me. Now, I want to state that. With the Houston Police Department, I've made several reports to them within this time. None of them have been followed up on or addressed. This is a serious issue. They have even acted intimidated, frightened, or scared when I have come in their presence and these individuals have been talking overhead. Now, one of the scapegoats that this criminal organization has used, even on myself and other victims, is trying to get us discredited. Now, trying to make us appear schizophrenic, in addition to that, delusional, mentally ill, all those things. Squash that. I am none of those things. I am a black woman that is not okay with crime, that had I not been for this criminal organization, I would have been living a really good life right now. I don't have a problem working. I don't have a problem paying my bills. However, if every time I go to pay a bill, a criminal organization or one of the members starts sticking me in my, you know what, it's kind of, a little bit discouraging. And that's just one of the strategies that they're using. And I know it's pretty extreme, but I have to just go with what I'm going with. I have to be honest. I want to also state that these criminals are sexually exploiting women, such as myself. They did it to me. They've done it to a number of women in my family, as well as a number of other women. They're also sexually exploiting children. This is a pay for preview type of black market game. They have a device that is in their possession that allows them to transmit audio, transmit visual feeds. Also, it has the ability to contact the human body, burning the human body, heating the human body. If you ever check any of my sites, I have pictures on there of the burn marks. I've even changed the settings on my phone to where you can see them clearly, so they almost reveal as much as an ultraviolet lens would. What they're doing is wherever these gang members are located, wherever these hackers or super hackers, these other businessmen and the other individuals that are involved in this crime are located, they're making big bucks out off of, ruining people's lives, chasing people around, mentally torturing people and violating human rights. This is America. How dare these individuals have the capabilities to violate our privacy? How dare they have the capabilities to wait on our children? And that's what they're doing. And this is by their own admission. What they are doing, when I say sexually exploiting, if you piss them off, and trust me, the way that I'm talking now, I'm sure I pissed them off when they came telling me that they were part of a new world order and they were going to do all this stuff to me. I'm sure I told them that they can go stick it where the sun don't shine. And trust me, You don't get a right to come into my home, into my life, and ruin it, thinking that you have a right to tell me what I'm supposed to do. Now, keep in mind, at the time, I didn't know that they had a direct energy weapon in 2008. And had I known, honestly, I probably would have still went to the police because they don't have a right to have this weapon. But in addition to that, the type of crimes that they have committed are so immoral that the only punishment that they are deserving of is life imprisonment. See, what we need to understand is that the future implications of where we are going technologically in our society basically state that they will have the advantage. When we are completely transitioned to primarily technology and we don't have any need for any of our notebook paper, we're using tablets and notepads and things like that, these individuals will be 100 steps ahead of us. And if we do not do something about this now, if we do not escalate, my reports to a government agency that has the advanced technology to meet these criminals where they are at, then they are going to continue doing what they have done to me. Now, I know it may sound like when you hear a lot of victims of this crime that they are mentally ill or they are schizophrenic and they are making these things up. And it's possible that some people might be, not everybody is 100%, but there's a number of us that are not. These things are happening, and these people not only employ a number of psychoanalytical type of strategies such as behavioral modification. They do hypnotherapy. They do cognitive behavioral therapy in addition to that, or um, torture. In addition to that, they also do behavioral modification, which is why they use the torture and the terrorism. They also isolate their victims. At one point, when this first began, they told me, they had me believing that they were the FBI or the CIA, or they were the Secret Service, or they were the DOD or the NSA. And the reason that they had me believe in that is, for one, who would have these types of devices at their disposal? Who would have technology that is capable of not only violating my privacy by listening in without anything being, a device being present, but who would have the capabilities to infiltrate and hack my computer? In addition to that, I mean, it's just a number of things that would have led me to believe that they were the government. And for some victims, this is what these people have implemented in their head, thinking that the government would do this kind of thing. We need the government to definitely prove them wrong. We have criminals that have an e-weapon in their disposal. These weapons were built by the military, for the military, to defend our country. So now you have drug dealers, you have super hackers, you have gang members, you have other criminal biker gang members, you have, what is it, the People's Nations, Gangster Disciples, you have Hell's Angels, you have a number of white supremacist societies, Latin Kings, you have, MS-13s that are playing in a big black market game for profit, where they are not only sexually exploiting men, women, and children in the United States of America and the Houston area, but they are also intimidating law enforcement agencies. I want to say that it's really important that we pay attention, but also that we're active. Thank you.